Hi everyone, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to see question and answers from physiology. So moving on to question number 1. Bilirubin is conjugated with which of the following? Glycine, glutamine, acetyl coenzyme A, glucuronic acid. The answer to this question is option D, glucuronic acid. So if you see, bilirubin is conjugated in the liver with glucuronic acid. In the liver, the bile acids are conjugated with two substances, that is glycine or taurine. So when it's conjugated with glycine, the bile acid forms glycoholic acid, and when it conjugates with taurine, it forms taurocolic acid. Now these two acids will combine with sodium and potassium salts in order to form the bile salts. So bilirubin is conjugated with glucuronic acid. Moving on to question number 2. Which of the following body secretions is maximum? Salivary, gastric, sweat, lacrimal. The answer to this question is option B, gastric. The body secretion which is maximum is the gastric secretion. Moving on to question number 3. Bile acids are derived from bile salts, bile pigments, option A and B, and cholesterol. The answer to this question is cholesterol. Bile acids are derived from cholesterol. Moving on to question number 4. Nutrients are mainly absorbed in small intestine, large intestine, liver, stomach. The answer to this question is option A, small intestine. So proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and all the other nutritive substances like vitamins and minerals are all absorbed mostly in the small intestine. Moving on to question number 5. Best stimuli for secretin secretion is, they've given 4 options: protein, acid, fat, bile. The answer to this question is option B, acid. So secretin is released when acid chyme comes in contact with the duodenal mucosa. So that is how the secretin is released. Moving on to question number 6. Maximum secretory glands in stomach are fundic glands, pyloric glands, gastric glands, Brunner's glands. The answer to this question is option A, fundic glands. So as we all know, the gastric glands are divided into fundic and pyloric glands. So the fundic glands are also called as gastric gland proper or main gastric glands. So in case if they are given an option as gastric gland proper or main gastric glands instead of fundic glands, then you will have to choose either of that. And these are the maximum secretory glands in the stomach. So moving on to question number 7. Gastrin is produced by pancreas, gastric antral cells, pituitary, and all of the above. The answer to this question is all of the above. Moving on to question number 8. Parietal cells of gastric mucosa secrete HCl, gastrin, mucin, all of the above. The answer to this question is HCl. The parietal cells of gastric mucosa secrete HCl. Moving on to question number 9. Maximum absorption of bile occurs at jejunum, duodenum, ileum, colon. The answer to this question is option C, ileum. Moving on to question number 10. Which of the following secretions has a very high pH? Gastric juice, pancreatic juice, bile in gallbladder, saliva. The answer to this question is option B, pancreatic juice.